Okay, welcome. We're going to get started momentarily. Just do a sound check and everything, get your volume level set, and we'll get started shortly. Okay, namaste. Let's see. Voice level's good. Awesome. Okay. Let us begin with our standing warm-up. Feet about hip width apart. Please start by looking to the right. Come on the balls of the feet. And look forward, down, looking to the left. Come up. Forward and right. Forward and left. Back to front. Now keeping the heels down, look up. Forward, down. Forward, up. Forward, down. Back to the center, lean the head to the right. And to the left. And to the right. This time chin up a bit. Down a bit. And over to the left. Chin up a bit. Chin down a bit. Back to the center. Half circles with the head. And back to the center. Take your thumbs in a light fist. Elbows slightly bent. Let's roll the shoulders back. Then forward. Okay, fingertips to the collarbone next. Rolling the elbows forward. And back. Okay, release the arms, now shifting side to side with the leg lift. And back to center. Big arm circles forward 3 times. And back. And thumbs in a light fist, elbows out. Circling at the elbow joint. And the other way. And then interlace fingers, wrist rolls. Other way. And some waves. Reverse it. Rub the palms. Hands to the kidneys. Take the hips around. Other way. Back to center. Shift your left foot. Right leg comes across and opens out. And inwards. Okay, and another leg opening out. And in. Getting the heels together, toes together. Rub the palms. Bend the knees. Rub the knees. Keep the knees together, take them around. way. And standing up. Ankle rotations. Other way. Other foot. Other way. And then heels together, feet angled out, lift the toes, arms relax and loose as you twist gently side to side. And back to center, heels out, feet parallel, bend the knees, really ground yourself, rock gently forward and back. Okay, good, back to center. And now we're gonna shake it all out. Starting with the arms, and the jump, shake it out. One more time. And shaking it out. Okay, great. Okay, welcome everybody. We're working on standing poses largely today, which really engages the legs, really grounds us and roots us in the feet. We're going to start in a mountain pose today. So now in mountain pose, traditionally your feet would be together, but over the years they've adapted it that you can have your feet about hip width apart. It just makes sense for a lot of people's bodies. So whatever's comfortable for you, hip width up to touching. Press ground down through the feet, thigh bones back, bit of a tuck to the tailbone. Draw the belly in. I should mention my building is doing a fire alarm test, which happens to just be right now. So you might hear that a little bit in the background. Okay, pressing through the feet, grounding down, reaching up through the sternum, neck back, chin back, reaching through the crown of the head. Now take the palms to the heart, spreading the fingers wide, pushing the hands into each other to help drop the shoulders, really engaging down through the legs. And now keeping the front body long, hinge forward and bring your hands to your thighs for flat back position. Try not to fall into your heels. Relax the toes. And then from here, bend the knees, ragdoll forward, lying over your thighs. Then inhale, sweep wide, come back up to standing. Okay, coming into tree pose next. Shifting to your left foot, the right foot comes up into position. One of the various tree pose positions. Pressing foot into the leg, leg into foot. All right, let's try that on the other side. We'll go shifting to the right foot. Left leg up. Remember to press with equal weight, foot and leg, at both palms. Slowly releasing and stepping down from there. Now heading to the top of your mat. Again, grounding down through the legs in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep wide and up. Firm the legs, exhale, dive forward. Round the spine. Inhale, flat back. Now exhale, as you fold, we're going to bend the knees and send the left leg back into a low right lunge. Keep drawing that right hip back, left hip forward so the hips stay square, but keep pressing the inner left heel back. Lifting up the inner left thigh. Now see if you can come up onto the thigh, or if you prefer to take it further, reach up. And fold the hands down, lower the back knee without letting it come forward. And sink the hips forward. Kneeling lunge, you can have your hands down, or you can have your hands on the thigh, or even reaching up. And then bringing the hands down, left palm flat under the shoulder. Right hand could reach up or reach back for the foot. And release that side. Hop the back leg forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, right leg back. Low left lunge. Squaring the hips to the front. Relaxing the toes. And either coming up onto the thigh or reaching up high if you prefer. And floating the hands down. Lower the back knee without letting it come forward. Keep sinking the hips forward. You feel stretch in the right front of the right leg, hip flexor, as well as the left hamstring and hip, possibly hip. You could come up or even reach up from here if you wanted. And then bringing the right hand flat, hands down, right hand flat. Left hand could reach up or it could reach back. Gentle twist to the left. And slowly unwind. And then hop the back leg forward. Inhale to flat back extension. And exhale to fold. And inhale, rising up. Namaste. Okay, if you need a sip of water, go get a quick sip of water. But when you are ready, take a wide stance. Resting to the outside edges of your feet. Now from here, please turn your left toes in slightly, right toes out. Now bring your right arm out to the side, palm up, reaching back, getting stretched through the side body. Now you could stay there or take it into Exalted Warrior. Make it a little easier, you'd straighten your front leg before coming into Warrior Two. To work a little harder, just come right into it. Once again, if you want a little break, straighten your right leg for a moment, and then bend. We're coming into extended side angle. And anchor from the back leg, draw yourself up. Hands to the hips. Other side, right toes in now, left toes out. Start by leaning to the right. You can just stay here or bend into that left leg in Exalted Warrior. You can come up for a moment or go right into Warrior Two. Left forearm down, right arm over an extended side angle pose. And anchor your back leg, draw yourself up. Left toes in, interlace behind. Roll the shoulders back, lifting the heart, firming the legs. Lead with the heart, tilt forward. You can stay here and flat back or round a bit forward, draw your arms over top. And inhale, draw yourself back up to standing. Bringing the heels in from there. Interlace in the front, this time reverse interlacing, and turn the palms forward. Now taking the knees wide and the arms up. Goddess pose. Let's do a few breathing breaths here. Exhale. Pressing back up. And bring the hands just above the knees. Rest the weight of the upper body into the legs. Maybe shifting a little. Maybe shoulder forward. And hands down, sitting even lower, maybe shifting side to side, safely, comfortably. Get back to center. Walk the hands forward, turn the heels back, sit back, wide-legged downward dog. Now you can stay here or walk the hands in and go deeper. And pressing up. Bring the feet in. Tuck the tailbone, draw yourself up to standing. All right, shake it out a little bit. And then find yourself at the top of the mat for a mountain pose and a sun salutation shortly. Ground through the feet. Inhale, sweep wide and up. For the legs, exhale, dive forward. Around the spine. Flat back. And fold. Plant the hands. You can go right to downward dog or through the vinyasa. Once you're in the downward dog, see if you can start to get your heels down or closer to the ground. Downward dog is actually a standing pose, even though it seems like it might be a seated. So try to get a sense that it is a stance, a standing pose. You might walk the dog. Now re-engage the legs. Bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay. This next pose, you probably haven't done before. This is the 7-star. It has some Shaolin Kung Fu origins, but I've seen it used in a Hatha Yoga context as well. I like the Hatha Yoga approach because it's more focused on alignment, whereas the Shaolin one can be a little bit rigid and harder on the body. So anyway, we're going to take the right foot forward, 45 degrees out to the right. So right foot forward, turned out 45 degrees. The other foot is back, just a comfortable step. We turn the back heel up and bend into the pose like this. And I'm palms together, twisting to the right. To go deeper, you step further back or you turn your toes further out. Now your right knee should point in the direction of your toes so you don't torque the knee, and press back through your left heel. We'll show you this from a different angle so that you can kind of see what it looks like from the front. This gives you a nice bit of external rotation and a little bit of a different feel in the back hip, different workings in the front leg. Okay, stepping forward, take your left foot forward, turn the toes out 45 degrees, maybe more. Knee in the same direction as the toes, other foot back, heel up. Then twisting to the left. And then pressing back up, turning toes in, coming back up to standing. Okay, shake it out. Now coming into half moon side bend. Feet together, mountain pose, interlace, reaching up, grounded through the feet, engaging the core. Take your hips over to the left, lean up and over to the right. Don't worry about going deep into the bend. Just try to get strong and long. And then inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. And back to center. Really reaching up, tuck the tailbone, engage the core, leaning back. And releasing the arms. Great, okay. Now you might use a block or two. This is going to be triangle pose. So we're going to bring the right foot forward first. If you're using the block, you'd have the block beside your right heel. Feel free to just do the classical hand against the shin, or if you can reach the floor naturally, that would be ideal. From here, arms up, tone the legs. Keep the legs straight, reach horizontally as far as you can, and then bring the hand down into position on your block or support without dumping weight into the support. It should be strong working legs to do most of the supporting of your body here. Anchor from your back leg, inhale, and coming up. Let's change sides, other leg forward. You might just turn your toes. I'm switching legs. From here, nice wide stance, arms up, tone the legs, and reach, reach, reach as far as you can, and bring your hand into position. Keeping that long spine, reach up. Then anchoring from the back leg, inhale, draw yourself up. Okay, now the right foot's going to be forward again. This is going to be the revolved version, revolved triangle. So right foot forward, left leg back. Stance doesn't have to be quite as wide. Back toes are turned in a little bit. Make sure to keep your back heel down, right hand on your right hip, reaching up. Legs stay straight as you straight forward fold to the front. Left hand comes down to the blocks or shin or floor. And then keeping the right hip back, draw the right shoulder up. You could reach up, or you can keep your hand on your hip in the revolved triangle. And unwind. Anchor from your back leg, draw yourself up. Okay, changing other leg for revolved triangle. Left foot's forward, right leg's back leg length, hips square to the front. Left hand, left hip. Both legs toned, fold forward, straight to the front, keep the left hip back, right heel down. Long spine, start to draw that left shoulder up, maybe reaching up if you like. Unwind, anchor from your back leg, inhale, and come up. Okay. Now in this next pose, traditionally you'd have your hands in reverse prayer position, fingers pointing up, but you could also do fingers pointing down. Right foot forward, left leg back, squaring hips to the front, very similar to the stance we just had, but this time leading with the heart and rounding forward without the twist. You could stay in flat back if you prefer. And inhale, coming back up. Turning the other way or changing feet. Hips square to the front, legs straight, leading with the heart. Tilt forward. Maybe rounding. And inhale, coming back upright and stepping forward. Now bring your hands to your hips, shifting slowly to your left foot, to your right foot forward, pointing the toes, and see how much you can lift it without leaning back. Now flex your toes towards you. See if you can rotate the toes out and in and release. Shift to the right foot. Slide left foot forward, point the toes. See how high you can get it without leaning back. Toes back, toes out. Toes in and down. Good stuff. Come towards the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Toes slightly turned in. Hands on the hips. Let's roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Inhale, exhale, folding forward, leading with the heart. Then rounding forward, hands either to the ankles or big toes. Uttanasana. Then bending the knees, sitting back, reaching forward, chair pose. Now from here, take your arms back to airplane wing position, shift to your right foot, take left leg back, airplane position. You could take it to warrior 3 by reaching forward or just hold here. And then stepping down, sitting down again into chair pose. And arms back again, shift to your left foot, right leg back, airplane. And stepping back and fold forward, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk or jump back. You could go right to downward dog or through the vinyasa. Take the feet a little closer together. Take your right leg up and back, but keep the legs straight, hips flat. Now swing that right leg forward for pigeon pose. Square the hips to the front. You could stay in upright or bowing pigeon. Now, please find your way to the other side. Other leg back. First, we got to do left leg up in scissor position. Now, left leg forward for pigeon pose. And of course, could be upright or bowing pigeon. Now from here, coming back to downward dog. And swing the right leg forward, turn the back heel down, and come up to warrior 1. Keeping your core engaged, so it's like sucking your belly in. And then warrior down dog, hands come down a bit to the left, reaching forward, sitting back. Lock the hands in, back heel up, foot back. You could go right to downward dog, or you could go through a vinyasa. And other leg up. and forward between the hands. Back heel down. Warrior one. And then down a bit to the right. Down dog warrior. And walk the hands in, heel up, foot back. Downward dog. You can get your heels a little lower. And bending the knees down to the floor. Draw the hands in. Now lift the spine into cat, the toes pointed. See if you can lift your knees just a little off the floor, engaging the core. And then knees down. Hands forward, knees wide. Sit back, wide-legged child's pose. And then coming forward, kneeling push-up position to lowering down. Hands back, elbows in, baby cobra. Hands open the front of the chest, left arm out, and then peel up the right side. And coming back to flat, slide the left hand in, right hand out, peel up the left side of the body. And coming back to center, find your way onto your right side, arm forward. Left hand slides up as you lie flat onto your own arm. So basically you're laying face down with your arm across in front of you, palm up. Your other arm could be reaching up, or you could be resting into the arm with your head. Alrighty, other side. Left side of the body, left arm forward, palm up. Lying flat over your arm. And find the arm position that works for you. And from here, making your way around onto your back. Roll around. Draw the feet in so you can just touch your heels. Feet hip width. Bend the elbows. Press the back of the elbows into the floor. And lift up. Shoulders down. And slowly lowering and hugging the knees in, knees close. Taking the feet to the floor, right leg across for thread the needle, externally rotating, and draw that left leg in. Now from here, keep your legs as they are, but bring your foot to the floor. And we're just going to let that leg go over to the left so that the right foot is basically on the floor over to the left, creating a twist. Reach out with the right hand. I like this particular variation of twist because you can kind of modify the depth of the twist since your right foot's on the floor. And come back up to the center, hips square, feet flat. Left leg across, thread the needle, left side. And then put your right foot down, take your left foot over into a gentle twist, reach your left arm out. And then come back to the center. Hug your knees in, this time knees wide. Heels up, happy baby if you can. Maybe a little leg stretch out from there. Then from there, pressing the legs up, Viparita Karani. If you have a block nearby, you might choose to come on the block in Viparita Karani. Pressing the legs up. Keep the chest full, breath deep. Starting to withdraw the senses, turning your awareness inward, becoming introspective, I should say more introspective. And slowly lowering and bringing the feet down. Moving the block. Now, Shavasana has been shown to help boost the immune system, something that's especially important these days. So as we rest in Shavasana, let's have that intention of really boosting our defense, our health, our wellness, our healing, as it does do those things, even just by reducing stress. But there's so many other levels that this pose works on. So let's go deep. Really get that immune boost and all the other benefits that we can from the pose. Okay, so find a comfortable position lying in Shavasana. You could also, because we just did Viparita Karani, you could do a meditation posture as well to finish. But whatever position you're in, let's move into stillness for a few minutes, deep relaxation. Please continue resting as you are, or find a meditative posture if you're not there already. A few minutes, we can do a short meditation. So there's a concept in yoga that we resonate at a vibration. So sometimes you'll feel a connection with someone because you're resonating on the same vibrational frequency. You'll just feel really harmoniously connected with someone, whereas you might meet someone else and you're very much not in sync with them. And you might have been in a circumstance where the vibrations of the situation are very uncomfortable. Like if people are fighting, there's a lot of animosity or anger, it creates a vibration that's very tense and uncomfortable. But we can also create very positive vibrations that can also have the opposite effect in the world. Instead of making people uncomfortable, instead of making situations more intense, we can bring more healing and health and joy and love. So let's practice that today. So sending out love, sending out healing, creating the positive vibrations that we want to see in the world, starting just in our own hearts. So relaxing the shoulders, bring awareness to your breath, bring awareness to your breathing in your heart center, particularly. Let's, with every exhalation, breathing out love, kindness, healing, all those wonderful things we need more of in this world today. We'll go just for a couple minutes. As always, please feel free to continue meditating or resting as long as you can, as long as you like. And we should see you again next week, same time and place. Thank you. Next week, we hope to have our new program up and running, which will allow us a little bit. There's some benefits to it in that you'll be able to come in a little earlier. If you have any questions for me, I'll be available to answer those questions. Anyway, you'll see. It's a nice platform. So I hope you check it out. hopefully next week or sometime soon anyway. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time. Namaste. My pleasure. See ya.